Let me explain what you're watching here. February 3rd. The gym hallway was found right after the basketball pep assembly, vandalized with a haunting message. Where's my gym credit? Palmer High School's reputation, one of high academic achievement and student excellence, is suddenly tainted by an incident of atrocious student misconduct. Immediately following the vandalism, the school launched an intensive investigation, bringing on the police, District 11 administrators, and even a private investigator onto the scene. But when searching for security footage at the time of the crime, authorities found that the footage was tampered with, stolen, and deleted. Without enough evidence, officials weren't able to make a definitive claim as to who committed the vandalism. It became a crime without a culprit. It faded away. But see, this just didn't sit right with me. I couldn't just let this unspeakable act be swept under the rug. I had to find the vandal. So I set out on an investigation of my own, one that would finally let Palmer's prideful reputation rest easy. After days of digging through restricted school files, I uncovered my first and most important piece of evidence, one that would make or break the case of the vandalism. Eaglebeak committed the heinous crime. But the real question is, who is Eaglebeak? So here's the problem at hand. No one knows who Eaglebeak is hiding under that mask. Hardly any students have confessed to being or knowing the true Eaglebeak.
I've seen him take his mask off before, and Eaglebeak's got a neck beard, man.
I followed him home once, and he got out of his car, and he just kind of climbed a tree and stared at me.
And if they have...
Oh, Eaglebeak? That's gotta be Ian McGee. The guy lives and breathes school spirit.
I don't know, dude. But if anyone does, I think it's Murphy.
Oh, definitely Mr. Carlson, 100%.
I thought it was you, Tom.
Oh, it's definitely Patrick.
I thought it was Max.
Here at Palmer, he's within all of us.
There's definitely not enough concrete evidence to support their claims. Not even the school's principal knows what secrets lie in that sweaty, uncomfortable suit.
As far as I know, Eaglebeak shows up to all of the events with perfect punctuality, does his or her thing, and goes home fully suited. Sometimes I wonder if they ever take the costume off. But to answer your question, no, I do not know who Eaglebeak is.
Alright, so what do we know so far?
Well, we know that the vandalism had to have occurred between 2:43 and 2:55, right at the end of the pep assembly.
Just so you know, I'm Tom. And this is Kate. She's a video student that agreed to help me in this investigation. She also enjoys arts and crafts.
So we can confine our suspects to a couple of categories. People who knew where the Eaglebeak costume was and had access to it. People who were able to delete the security footage, and most importantly, someone who was angry enough to write a message about a gym credit.
Also, we need to take into consideration the people who weren't present at the time of the assembly when the crime was taking place.
Right.
Whoever a criminal was, they knew the ins and outs of the school, and had special privileges like access to restricted school files and locked rooms. What was your first reaction when it happened?
Well, I was sitting in my office with the door closed. All of a sudden I hear a shriek from right outside, like right down the hall, and then I hear a rumbling of feet.
Holy crap, what the fuck? Oh my god, no, oh my god.
Finally, I open the door and I just see a bunch of kids crowding around this giant message.
Who do you think did it?
I don't know who it was. I couldn't see, but I know that this wasn't just some fun prank. This was a targeted message. Somebody's really mad.
After a few more days of deep digging, we managed to narrow our investigation down to 5 primary suspects.
So first up, we have Jamie Skinner, Secretary of Morale and star among students. Her motive? A vendetta against Mr. Keller. Next, we have Hank Myers, head of assembly and the ultimate prankster. He could have just wanted to play a prank on his favorite coach, who also is Mr. Keller.
Next up, we got Jaya, head of the school newspaper, and maybe, I don't know, I think he just wanted a good story for the end of the year. Now I know this one is a bit of a stretch, but we have to consider Mr. Grants, psychology teacher at Palmer High School and boys varsity basketball coach. Now, maybe we're reading this message the wrong way. Maybe he doesn't feel appreciated for all the work that he puts in as a basketball coach. Maybe he wants credit for being a type of gym teacher.
So, last but certainly not least, we have Gabe Wright. Gabe is a part of 2 athletic programs that don't even offer a gym credit, and on top of all that, he got injured at the end of his last soccer season, and it totally voided his gym credit. So I feel like it kind of has to be him.
Hold on, let's not jump the gun on that. Let's start at the top of the list and work our way down.
All right. So to start, Jamie Skinner. Let's start with the basics. So the substance used at the vandalism was identified as a mixture between xylene and propylene, which are the 2 main ingredients in Krylon brand spray paint.
And we can connect that to a Snapchat video taken just days earlier on Jamie's story.
Alright guys, I'll see you at the game tonight. First 15 people there are gonna get painted.
Yeah, that's Krylon.
Jamie Skinner became our first suspect, but without a clear motive, why would Jamie risk getting fined or even expelled? Wait, come back over here for a second. I think I found something. On January 31st, Jamie posted this on Twitter.
We were playing softball in gym, and Keller told me I threw like a girl. Does he even know who he's dealing with? Now I might lose a gym credit because I wasn't putting in enough effort. As if gym wasn't more useless.
Yeah, that wording, does he even know who he's dealing with? Sounds like a pretty loaded threat.
All of a sudden, Jamie's motive was confirmed. A vendetta against Mr. Keller. Without a proven alibi, we wanted to interview her to get her side of the story. Can you explain this tweet you wrote on January 31st?
Okay, look, that was one day, and I was just mad at Mr. Keller and vented in a tweet. Isn't that what Twitter is for?
So you wouldn't do anything to get back at Mr. Keller for this, right?
No, Wait, what do you mean?
We have reason to believe that you committed the vandalism.
Okay, first of all, that's ridiculous. Second of all, how could I have done it if I was leading the assembly with Hank the entire time?
Jamie was with me the whole time. She only left for like 5 minutes because she said she needed to use the restroom. I guess the only thing that was kind of weird was she went down the hallway instead of just using the bathroom in the lobby. That's a way longer route to the bathroom if you ask me.
Okay, that gym lobby bathroom is gross. I'd rather go outside than in there. So, I went the long way, to the bathroom next to the pool. Is that so hard to believe?
If we can prove that Jamie left for the bathroom and came back in the same time frame that the vandalism occurred, we can prove that
she's the vandal. I collected a bunch of Snapchat stories from the assembly and time-coded them. We can see the exact moment that Jamie left for and came back from the bathroom.
I would like to let you guys know,
Alright, right there. So this first clip was taken at 2:45, but it shows her back at 2:52. The vandalism started at 2:43. That leaves her with only 7 minutes to write the message and delete the footage, which isn't even achievable from that building.
Yeah, unless someone was helping her, it's just not possible.
Our first dead end. Jamie's alibi was rock solid, and to add to that, the snaps of Jamie leaving are proof that Hank was present at the assembly the entire time. Both of them were ruled out of the investigation.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I think it's important to think about the timing here. If the stolen security footage was only 12 minutes long, then how could any one person pull it off?
Well, Mr. Grant has a lot of resources. If he did it, there's a possibility for conspiracy.
We'll take a look at this article right here. This is from the 2016 school paper titled Mr. Keller, a Shining Example of Palmer Sports. I guess there was a regional award that year for the best school coach. And down in the 4th paragraph, it says that the runner-up was our very own Mr. Grants.
Look at how the article addresses him. Runner-up and beloved psychology teacher. They don't even mention his status as a basketball coach.
Look, I didn't do it, okay? Whatever it is, it wasn't me. I don't know what else to say. People asking me about this, and all I can say is I didn't do it. Look, I don't have a 6th or 7th. So, I took a long lunch, and I just left. All right?
But with more investigation, Mr. Grants' story didn't hold up. A Snapchat video 2 minutes before the time the security tapes were stolen shows Mr. Grants cheering on his team before swiftly exiting the gym. He's then pictured coming back at 3 o'clock, 5 minutes after the security footage is continued. Take a look at this video.
Okay. Great. Now you've just gone there and ruined my story.
So, you lied about leaving the school early?
Look, you don't know who you're talking to here, okay? I'm the most well-respected coach at this school, especially if you don't count, I don't know, like Gilliam and Shaq. But I left early because I was hungry, okay? Clearly. And Jimmy needs his Skittles. And 7-Eleven's where I get them. And being down that close, I couldn't resist. So, look, me saying I went home, that was just a story I tell, okay? Do you really think it's a good look for me to be dipping out during assemblies, especially sports assemblies? No, you probably don't get it because you're not a sporty kid.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, the accused tone, the weak alibi, but unless we can prove that he wasn't at 7-Eleven at the time of the vandalism, we have to assume he's innocent. So, without a solid lead on Mr. Grants, we had to shift our focus to our 2 remaining suspects, Gabe and Jaya.
So here's what we know about these two. Allegedly, they were both working the projector during the pep assembly, which puts them in the same place as the vandalism, at about the same time as the vandalism, and generally out of sight of all the students' cameras.
Yeah, but, I don't know, Jaya's motive seems a little weak. Gabe's is the best case that we have to go off of so far, but which one did it?
Well, last semester I worked the projector for the pep assemblies, and it really doesn't take more than one person.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Jamie proved that time sensitivity is a huge part of getting away with it.
So you think it's possible that
they did it together?
Well, at the time, I was working the projector at the pep rally. Okay, I get it. You have a pretty solid case against us. You have to believe me. I was with
Gabe the whole time.
Did I leave? No, I mean, I was there the entire assembly. It's a really
busy job, and there's no time to leave. Although actually, Gabe.
Neither of us left.
I think you did step out to grab some new batteries.
It went really smoothly.
Where did he go?
The basement. The janitor's HQ.
The Palmer basement. By far the most exclusive spot in the entire school. The only people that have access to that dark, mysterious space are the head janitors,
Miss Disney, student council, and the cheerleading team.
The cheer team. The cheery group of girls who Eaglebeak is always seen with.
they're our way in. If we can prove that the mascot costume is kept in the basement, then that means that Gabe is our surefire culprit.
Hold on, don't forget about Jaya though. If Gabe left in the amount of time to get into the costume,
then that means that Jaya could have snuck out and deleted the security footage. I mean, neither of them are accounted for.
they're each other's alibi. Gabe is Jaya's.
And Jaya's Gabe's.
This is good stuff, Kate. Good stuff. The idea of a dual conspiracy was finally getting our investigation rolling again. But, almost immediately...
So how do we find the costume?
Well, that's super easy. We just ask a cheerleader to help us into the basement and then we just search.
No, I don't really think that's necessary. All we gotta do is follow Eaglebeak after the next basketball game, and then he'll lead us to where he keeps the costume in the school.
No, first of all, that's super creepy. And second
Whoa,
of all...
creepy? You're telling me what's creepy when you're practicing good journalism by publicly exposing these people at our school. I mean, these are people that I respect, and now my name's attached to this stupid investigation.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll ask before I do a groundbreaking research project. My way is the only way to get things done, and you know that.
Wow, you're unbelievable. Count me out. Move.
Wait, Kate. Do things however you want. I don't care.
Whatever.
What was that? Doesn't matter.
So I guess we're going undercover at this basketball game, and we're getting ready to follow Eaglebeak. There's our mystery man right there. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Eric, the cameraman, for really killing the game. Oh, he's going now. Let's go. Let's go.
That's weird. He hasn't even taken off his costume yet. We gotta go. That's a gold forerunner, I think. This is so weird. He's going the total opposite direction of the school. Sorry! This is so... He's speeding up. Do you think he knows? Constitution, we are nowhere near the school. Where even are we going?
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
What? Whoa, dude just gassed in when I'm trying. Oh, this is it. This is it. Come on, there he is.
Eaglebeak's house. Hey! What are you doing here?
It's just, we're trying to investigate.
Go away! Go!
No, sir,
Okay.
please.
No! Go! Right now! Turn off the camera! Go. Turn off the camera! Right now!
Okay, I'll admit it. I was wrong. Kate's idea was a bit reckless, but it revealed a clue that was crucial to our investigation. Eaglebeak brought the costume home, which means whoever committed the vandalism wasn't just someone who stole the suit. It was Eaglebeak himself. Of course, after all this investigating, we were brought back to the age-old question once again. Who is Eaglebeak?